Good morning. A lot of people subscribed to me when I was doing updates on Marvon, and I noticed Dre updated us, and Vaughn will be coming home soon. He does have an infection. They're waiting for that to clear first before he's allowed to come home. Dre did get a new home and shows us how she will care for Vaughn.
Yesterday, I had a meeting at the hospital. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There were 7 people total. 5 medical professionals were in my husband's room because first, my man's gonna be coming home. The only reason, which is another thing that, people thought, how could she put her man in a care home? How is he in a nursing home? That was literally what you were supposed to think and feel about me, because any mother that could see what her son and her daughter-in-law are doing for the sake of Vaughn's health, that is a reason to rejoice and not cause more hardships on the family. That is what you don't add to people's plates of people who are already struggling. That is something that you don't want to sow because you will reap. Don't do that. Anyways, so of course I want my husband home. The only reason why he was in a care home was because I'm not from here. Tucson is not my city, bruh. I come from Yuma. When my husband was flown out from Yuma to Tucson, grabbed my children, my dogs, and I left. And my RV. It wasn't immediately, but eventually I had to go get it. So while my RV was not a place for Vaughn to be. He's he's bedbound. He has a trach, which a whole hole through his, that trach is like that. That's where his airway is from. Now, he's not on oxygen. He's not on a ventilator. That man is strong, okay? That man is strong. He was at a care home because I didn't have a home. Then when he was abused at the care home and he almost lost his life, he went to the hospital, which he is there now. And tomorrow, it will be 1 entire month in the hospital. And his health continues to decline there. Eventually, I will talk about all the things that he has gone through at the hospital, all the things that I've gone through, but not right now. Right now, I told the people at the hospital, my goal is to find a house I can bring my husband home to. That's my goal. That's my ultimate, that's always been, I would never intentionally oh, you know what? No, I don't want to take care of my man, put him in a house, put him in a home, somebody else. Absolutely not. And I'm not saying it's bad if other people do it. That's just not me. I would never. And anybody who's watched me would know that. Even people that don't like me know that. The only people that would say otherwise are people that have never watched me. And it shows. And it shows. So, when I got a house, they weren't like, oh, let's send him home. It was a whole lot of other things. Finally, yesterday, we had a meeting in Vaughn's room with 5 different medical professionals, and I was told that in that meeting, we are gonna go over discharge for Vaughn so he can come home. For about the first 30 minutes of the conversation, most of it was about the doctors wanting to let me know that they believe that Vaughn is going to pass. The first 30 minutes of it. So while I'm there, making progress, I went to Harbor Freight. Bro, give me a tool shed. Like, I want, my baby got medical supplies. Okay, come with me. Let me show you said medical supplies. Like, bro, I got things for my baby, okay? Like, I got stuff that I need to organize, his medication, his box stuff. I got his bed. Like, there are things I need to put together, but his medical supplies, I mean, it's a lot. So I want to make sure when my man gets here, anything he needs, oh, it's in that drawer, it's over here, it's there. I don't want to be pulling nothing out of boxes, out of bags, because I don't want him to want for anything, and I don't want to mess up as his caregiver, okay? I want to be the best of the best, you know, for my baby. Nothing less. So I got a generator, I got a tool shed to put all the medical supplies, and then I go take off to the meeting. And for 30 minutes, it is about how he has an infection, he's septic, and he's not gonna, you know, and that he's gonna. And so while the doctors are telling me, I'm like, okay, like, I'm receiving the information, okay, but you're not gonna see, oh no, oh my God, oh no, no. Thank you for telling me. Their job is to inform family members, him, they can't inform him because he won't be able to speak back, but they can inform me. And then with that, then we can move forward. So thank you. I received the information. Now let's go back to talking about what we came here for, which is him leaving. Because in no way, shape, or form am I going to accept that outcome. No. He didn't go in with a blood infection. Oh no, he went in for severe dehydration. But I knew the longer he stays in that hospital, the more vulnerable and susceptible he is to infections, and that's exactly what happened. He's been on antibiotics for a long time now, over a week, and his white blood cell count kept rising. So yesterday, they wanted to tell me he's septic. He's gonna. And I'm like, they're saying it in many different ways just so that I understand. But I don't need to hear like 5 different times in order for me to understand. I understood it the first time. Just because I'm not over here crying, or just because I'm like, oh no, or now I'm making plans for his DEA, I'm not making plans because we didn't come this far just to come this far. This is not the end of the road for my baby. That absolutely not. What? No. So after like 5 times, I'm like, okay, I was under the assumption that this meeting was so we could go over how to get my husband discharged so he can come home. So if it was about anything else, I was not made aware. And after I said that, then finally we went on to talk about how to get him home. Okay? Because I don't accept that. No. I don't believe he's septic. Absolutely not. I believe a white blood cell count can raise for many reasons. Okay? Many reasons. And then sometime in the conversation, because my mom was there, and I'm glad, because she saw that we are a united front. Does the sound keep coming out for anyone? I can hold the phone in case it's, yeah. Let's do, yeah. So obviously infections are serious. Obviously being septic is serious. Like I'm not saying it's not. I just want y'all to know, because although he has an infection, septic, telling me he's been on 2 different antibiotics, it's not working, we're gonna have to add another, okay, add another one, let's keep it moving. This does not change him being full code, okay? This does not change him being full code at all. If something were to happen, you make sure that you do everything you can to save his life. Period. That is not changing. especially because he didn't come in there with an infection. He got one while he was there. So, mom was like, listen, we know the severity of everything, and we take care of our own. She starts naming the different people that were in our family that ended up passing at home with family, So, number one, if my husband is going to be septic, if he is going to blankety blank, okay, that first of all, we're not even going there. I don't even want to say if, because no, there ain't no if. So all the people that are like, you want to leave him at the hospital if he's septic, you want to listen to my story first before trying to give your input, okay? No, it would be idiotic to bring him home if he has an infection. Okay, let's just say that. Because I feel like whenever people hear one thing, they think it equates to this. No, I ain't trying to bring my husband home while he's septic. If he's septic, bye. That's not what I'm saying. Listen a little louder, okay? Listen a little better so that, boom, okay? Because that ain't happening, no. What I'm saying is that, no. He is not going to be septic. That infection is going to go away. And when you clear that infection, then he's going to come home. What they don't want to do is talk about, okay, how do we get him home after the infection is gone? They didn't want to do that because they wanted to focus and all of our energy on the infection. Oh my God, he's not going to make it. I fear he's going to pass. And I mean, that was repeated. And not just by one person, that's collective. So it's like, that's not happening, no. White blood cell count kept going higher and higher. I didn't tell my children. I didn't tell Slay Mafia. No. I told 3 people and that was it. Just because it's like, bro, this is what they're doing, but this is what they said, but I rebuke all of that. I do not accept it. No, his infection is going to go away and that man is going to come home. So that is what my whole intentions of talking about him being at home, because no, I don't accept it. But yesterday it was just like, choo, choo, choo. So then today, just get off a little bit ago with the doctor, the same doctor which I love that doctor. Oh my gosh. At first, it was a little bit weird in the meeting, but I feel like all of the questions, all the things that we talked about, I feel like that doctor could see that I mean business. I'm not just I want my family to be together, kumbaya, let's bring us all together, and let's just be together in one house, and then when he gets here, I leave him alone and just don't mess with him, don't take care. That's not gonna happen. And I feel like the doctor was able, because it's a new doctor every week. They don't keep the same doctors on. So I feel like as the conversation went on, this doctor got to see how I was and got to see more of me and why I say what I say and all of that. And so then today he calls me because remember, his white blood cell counts continue. It was at 31,000 yesterday. It's supposed to be no more than 11, okay? So he was very high. His white blood cell count dropped by half. But let me tell you, although I'm right now, when I'm in the room, I speak calmly, I speak peacefully, I'm respectful. Let me share a scripture with you because